Before you hit the neighborhood for candy, let's get you started with something sweet. We've got Jacksonville looking for their first win ever in Seattle, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one. And we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led by a three-time Pro Bowler in his fifth season. It's Deshaun Watson.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time, and he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. Hey, look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here are the Jaguars in great field position already. They'll be led by their fourth-year quarterback out of Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Edwards, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Gus Edwards. his first touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Well, the big play prior to this one got him down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last two plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, this Week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Again, it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Henry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Watson now to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Sanu with a grab over the middle. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Bailey's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
On second down and 4, Mayfield. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Here's Mayfield. Higgins, what a catch. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That was one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Pete Carroll none too pleased with that last call. He's going to throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Here's the call. So Pete Carroll always a guy to trust his instincts, and his instincts were right on that one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mayfield with it once more. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Preston Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
It'll be 37 yards there on the clock. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And now out come the Jags. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have recovered. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Watson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Mayfield. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Watson on 1st down. Airing one out for Boyd. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing on third down, Watson. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the counter, Etienne. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. It got his man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A gain of 32 that time. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. After a one-point game, 7-6. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And they'll run with Etienne. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Watson. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. Another good drive tries, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Bailey's kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. Mayfield off the play fake. And this one is incomplete. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Nice play there by Brian Burns, chasing down a quarterback in the pocket. He had 16.5 sacks in his first 2 years in the league, including 9 in 2020.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Fielded at the 20. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He only has a single solo carry, 1, numero uno, second quarter. They need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only 1 carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. On 2nd and 10. Watson back to Brown. This time complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run with Etienne, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient at picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'll guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Watson. And caught by Henry. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Watson over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. To throw is Watson. To throw on 3rd down. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On first down, Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To the air yet again, Watson. And this one brought in by Sanu. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Back to throw, Watson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Travis Etienne, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? That's you created with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Bailey got the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the delay, it's Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 60 yards on the ground for him so far.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Now Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Watson. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open, and when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. Deshaun Watson making his way back out. The focus of our players' spotlight. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he made him buy dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Watson now to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Boyd. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 9. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough, and now 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? From the 29, Mayfield. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. 7 yards there and a first down. Mayfield looks to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A first down throw from Mayfield. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
We'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Mayfield now. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Jaguars. T. Higgins as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Lutz with the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports halftime report. closely. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
From the 25 on second down, Mayfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up second down. Now Watson. And he whips that one incomplete there. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Watson. And not nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are
Tyler Lockett, the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Jaguars. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and...
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. A.J. Epinesa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. After the sack on first down, Watson under pressure, and they got to him again. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. A.J. Brown, 91 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw, Mayfield. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A handoff to Mixon. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mayfield. And his throw is going to be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks take back over. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. He completes it to Boyd. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. Oh, look at the juke. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. Now it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ballgame. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Oh, yeah!
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Crowder's got it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now back to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. They'll look to throw. Open man is Higgins. And he's taken down inside the 30. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. And that's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Mayfield to throw it. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. From the red zone now, Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Nixon. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This likely a must-have. Third and goal. Edwards. And Edwards trying to push forward, but unsuccessful. They stop him short of the marker. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal. This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. As you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Jaguars getting set to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in there by Crowder. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield on the screen. This is Edmonds. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Mayfield. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. On third down, Mayfield. He lets it fly for Lockett. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. On first down, Watson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Now he'll escape to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Here's Watson. And not nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. The false start hurts him there a bit, backs him up to 2nd and 9. Mayfield now. Man open, here is Crowder. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Bailey got the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Back to it after the pick 6, Mayfield. He shakes it off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Dobbins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because we were grading them on their performance in this game. A lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. Fighting him off. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Watson. Over the middle here to Brown. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Dobbins. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. J.K. Dobbins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Bailey now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mayfield on first down. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Here's Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And that one complete once again to Higgins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mayfield with it once more. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Dobbins. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.